What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Yala Poppy from simphunter.com, and in this video I'm going to give you the reasons why I think you should get a business partner for your OnlyFans agency and really for anything that you do from now on in business. This is my advice. I have taken the partnership pill, as they say, and I think it's, I wish I had done it sooner. I really wish I had done it sooner. Now, I am, I think I'm a social person, but when it comes to business, I'm relatively new in business. Like, I haven't been doing this my whole life. Lots of sales experience. So like, let's say lots of freelance experience, lots of contractor experience. But in terms of running a business where you have people under you and you're fucking pulled in all different directions, not a lot. And most of the time I was doing everything by myself, mainly because, the classic entrepreneur problem, which is that I'm going to do it better than this guy that I hired. And to bring on a partner when you have not started with a partner can be challenging because you're like, where do we fit? What do they do? What do I do? How is this relationship going to work? And it can be, it can cause some friction there. Whereas when you're with yourself, there is no friction. However, I recently merged with another agency and we are now working together. And as a result, I have changed my tune, so to speak. I'm very happy with the partner that I'm working with, very happy with the new agency. And it has kind of opened my eyes to how good having a partner is in everything. Now, the way that this came about, I'll just talk about that briefly, and then I'll go over the benefits of having a partner. The way this came about, I've mentioned this before, but I was reached out to by the guys who run the platform that is now Trend Hunter. Check out trendhunter.io, link in the description if you want the hottest trends for OnlyFans creators on Instagram and TikTok, updated daily. Trendhunter.io, these guys reached out to me and they were like, hey, do you want a partner? We can rebrand it, we can rename it, but you would do the marketing. We'll handle the back end tech stuff and we'll split the money and it'll be great. And this is a tool that I had used for the past 6 months to do my Babe page research and to send trends to creators that I worked with. And I literally went on that site every single day. I went on that site every day. I would find content for Babe pages to download. I would download it, repost it, and it was a major part of my success for growing the Babe pages that I had and getting a lot of traffic for my models. And they reached out to me one day out of the blue, and I was like, well, okay, I'm sold. You sold me, bro. So we started doing that, got a bunch of signups, and I was like, oh, wow, this is fucking easy. I just made a bunch of money. I didn't have to make this platform. I didn't have to make the website. I didn't have to figure out the algorithm and how to connect the feed to the site and all this bullshit. I didn't have to do any of that. All I had to do was say a couple sentences about it in a video, write some Telegram posts, write an email, which is all stuff I'm going to do anyway. And that's amazing. Those are my strengths. My strengths are recording videos and writing. That's really what I like doing. I don't want to make a fucking bot. I don't want to make a website. I can, but I don't want to. I'd rather just talk on camera like this and click upload, give it a title. So I saw that, and then I released a video, which sadly has been taken down on my previous channel, but it said the video was an open call for business partners. And in this video, basically, and I'm going to redo this video because it was incredibly useful, and I would like more. But basically, what I said in the video was, I'm looking for business partners. Here's what I bring to the table. Here's what I want to work on. If there's a match there somewhere, let's talk. So long story short, I ended up partnering with this guy for my agency. It's kind of a convoluted story how it happened. I don't want to go into the details, but long story short, we made a deal. And now we're working together. By the way, this is also how my model marketplace came into existence. Link in the description if you want to check that out. And I'm thrilled about the model marketplace. I'm overcome with happiness. I'm so pleased that exists now. And I had to do nothing. I did nothing. I didn't create it. Well, I guess I did create the channel. I don't list the models. I don't recruit the models. I don't sell the models. I just talk about it. I put links to it. I promote it. A little bit of maintenance here and there if I need to, whatever, do something, but very little involvement. And now I have a model marketplace. It's got my name on it. How awesome is that? You know, all just because I made a video and I was like, hey, does anybody want to do this? It's amazing. So long story short, now I have a partner in the agency. I have these partners with Trend Hunter people. I have partners with the model marketplace. And I am a full-on partnership fiend. I don't know. I like them now. They're good. So all that said, let's talk about the specific reasons as to why they are awesome. Number one, this is the most important thing. You will make progress much faster, way faster. Oh my God. It's not even, you can't even compare how much quicker the progress will be made when you have other people that you're working with that are on your level. I'm not talking about VAs. I'm not talking about a manager that you hire. Like, I'm saying a partner. Like, you guys are partners. It's just different. It's a different vibe when you're working with somebody and you both have the same level of desire for it to be successful in regards to your position in the company. I don't care how much you're paying the manager. I don't care how much you're paying the VAs. They are not going to care about this thing that you are doing as much as a business partner would. An equal partner, preferably. I don't know. We haven't played, like, all my partnerships are 50-50. We haven't played with the whole, like, I'll take more, you'll take less. Like, just haven't done that. I prefer 50-50. Let's keep it fair. Let's keep it even. You know, let's just do it like that. That's just me. So, you'll make progress much quicker. I mean, let's take the model marketplace, for example. Do you know how, and to him, here's the crazy thing. What I was going to say is, do you know how much work it would be for me? Got to set up the ad campaigns, got to like set up the qualifying funnels and figure out how to filter them and list them and make the Airtable and communicate with the buyers and communicate with the models and like all this stuff that I have to reverse engineer and figure out from scratch and do all by myself. And then maybe hire some Filipino person and then train that Filipino person and then trust that that Filipino person is not going to fuck it up somehow or steal from me. When I can just like pluck this guy who already knows how to do all these things. He already knows how to do it. He's already got it all. And just put my name on it and talk about it. It's so much easier. Now with the OnlyFans agency, it's a little bit different because it's a much more complex business. And there's, you know, we have a lot of models and there's people who are doing this specialized task and that specialized task. And it's still, you know, it's still kind of at the point where it's not, I mean, we're making money, but it's not it's not where we want it to be right now. The current weaknesses, and we did bring some people on to kind of fix this for us, but the current weaknesses right now, I would say, are the chatting and traffic, honestly. Like, traffic is just a problem for a lot of them. We have some creators that are doing very well. Most of them generate their own traffic. For the ones that aren't, it's like you kind of get what you get type of thing. And it's we haven't figured out the problem there. By the way, if anybody has a solution to this, I'm happy to hear it. The problem there is that we're having trouble with the amount of creators that we have. We have a lot. And so, you know, to drive traffic to one creator, you know, you got to put them in fucking 5 gazillion retweet groups or run 50 Reddit profiles for them. And it's like, okay, you can do that if you have 3 creators, but if you have 30, you know, it's a lot harder. And it's kind of, it's fucked us up. But anyway, that's the point. That's besides the point. The point is that we're able to have 30 and it's me and him working. We have a manager for this and a manager for that and a whole chatting team and a VA team and all this shit. So it's much, we get a lot more done, basically, is the point. The second thing, what's the second thing here? This is also very important. Somebody that has complementary abilities and personality traits. So, you know, I am who I am. I'm not going to be, I can't, not that I can't change, but like people don't change. People are not going to change. You're not going to meet somebody okay, take that back. People do change, but it's not the type of thing that you can bet on, right? Sometimes people change, they do it on their own, it happens randomly, it's unexpected, and it's not something that you can bank on. If you are the type of person, well, I'll just use myself as an example, right? I don't know, what am I? I'm a sales guy. I'm a talker, I'm a people person. I am a content creator. I am a marketer. I am not a fucking engineer. I'm not an engineer. I don't do well if I have to be in a closed space focusing on code all day. I'm not an organized person. So if I choose to partner with somebody and they're also not organized and they're also a sales guy, it's going to be a fucking shit show. It's going to be a disaster. It's going to be a hilarious disaster because we're both all over the place. But if me, the way I am, charming, exuberant, loved by all, anyway, marketer, that kind of thing, like more along the whatever personality type that is. If I partner with somebody who's more, I don't want to say introverted because I feel like I'm introverted, but maybe you disagree. I don't know. I think I am. But anyway, if I partner with somebody who is more thoughtful, who is more patient, who is more meticulous, then that is going to be more organized. Oh my God, I need somebody who's fucking organized. The trend hunter guys, they're super organized. They've got fucking categories. They've got like a feed. They're engineers. You know what I'm saying? The model marketplace guy, like all his shit is organized. He's got systems. I don't have systems. My systems, well, that's not true. I do have systems. But it's much better to partner with somebody that already has the things that you don't have, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And another thing, I'll talk about personality differences as well. When you have a partner, it allows you to balance your communication with other people on your team or other people that you're working with. For example, there are certain things when talking to somebody on the team or to a consultant or something like that I have a lot of patience for. And my partner does not, and vice versa, right? I'll give you an example. So one of the main projects that we're working on right now is onboarding lots of models to another platform where we get free traffic. We've had a major challenge with this in that we have had an incredibly difficult time hiring and training appropriate chatters for this platform. Bottom line is we can't get them to follow the training. The training says send a personalized message, don't try to sell content right away, blah, 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 do all this, send 50 messages a day, all this shit. They don't do it. And they turn in shit numbers. And it got me to the point, I was like verbally abusing these chatters in the chats when they would turn in their $60 shift. And I would be like, why didn't you do it? Why didn't you do it? We told you to do this and you did this other thing. Why? How many messages did you send? Send me a list of all the messages you sent. And and I was like, this is why you're not making any money. This is why you're shit. This is why we're going to fire you. And I was losing my mind. And one day my partner pulled me aside and he's like, listen, you need to tone it down. You need to calm down. You need to be more professional, right? It's okay to be upset with the way that these people are working. I'm also upset with them, but they're afraid of you now and they're thinking of quitting because of how you're talking to them. And, not to get into a conversation about who's right and who's wrong. He has a point. He does have a point. And since then I have toned it down and it was good that he checked me. I still think I was right, to be honest with you. Like, they should be afraid of me and they should fucking think about quitting and changing their jobs if they're going to act like that. We don't want them. However, he's not wrong, right? You do need to speak to them professionally. That's just one point, right? So in that sense, he was able to talk me down from the ledge. And since then, I don't even get involved with that chat team anymore. Here and there, I'll check in and I'll like say something about how they could improve. usually not in a very nice way, but like, I just can't, I can't control myself. And honestly, at this point, it's just the point where like, we're so frustrated, whatever. Anyway, I don't mean to complain. In another situation, right, I could tell that he was getting very emotional, let's say, about a certain interaction that we had had with some other people. And then I had to kind of step in and mediate and calm things down a little bit and be like, okay, let's just, it was a miscommunication here. They really meant this. You thought they meant that. And, smooth it over so that we could make progress. It's very valuable to have somebody like that. And if you're just working by yourself, you're not going to have that. If I was just working by myself and I was left with the chatter issue, you could say, and I wouldn't be surprised if this was the case, that this is why I had such a hard time training and retaining chatters or finding good chatters, because I just didn't have any patience for their bullshit. So that said, let's talk about the next point, which is you have someone to talk to when things get rough or when you are stuck. Very, very important. Now, it's not even necessarily about when things get rough or you get stuck. It's more like you have somebody to bounce ideas off of, somebody to bounce ideas off of that is as invested in getting a good result as you are. So you can go into a Telegram group, right? And you can bounce ideas off of people. But you're not going to get the same level of thought about your problem or about whatever you're trying to figure out as somebody who is working alongside you, striving to make it happen. So you can obviously imagine how valuable this would be. I mean, yeah, okay, you can call your mom, you can message your buddy on Telegram and ask them, but they don't really, not that they don't care, but they don't care because it's not their problem. They don't care. They can only care so much because it doesn't really affect them. That's number one. Number two is that they don't have their boots on the ground in the thick of the problem like you do, whereas a business partner does. So it just helps to get an additional perspective, but from somebody who is as immersed in whatever's going on in your business as you are. So it's very valuable. I am looking for more business partners, not for the agency, but for other stuff that I'm working on as well. This is why I like the boot camps, right? I couldn't have taught the Babe Page boot camp, the chatting boot camp, which I backed out of. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I backed out of that. I couldn't have taught that anyway. I ended up backing out, so it's like irrelevant, but like I couldn't have taught a chatting boot camp. I mean, maybe I could. Well, a chatting agency boot camp, I probably couldn't have taught that. No, I definitely couldn't have taught that. Anyway, that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching the video. I will see you in the next one.